A lot of men secretly like mean women because it makes them better as a man. It teaches the man how to treat you. And it also gives them a challenge. And it also feels like their job is never done, so they must continue on. It also engages them in an emotional connection to you, because even anger or being mean to someone angers them, which is still an emotion. So if you allow them to feel some type of emotion, even if it's anger towards you, you're still luring them in. Okay? So this is why mean women get more and men are more emotionally attached.
Men like mean women. Let's talk about it. Men like when they're treated like they like when they have a woman that gives them resistance and she's not super nice. The woman that's not as accommodating and not as flexible. The men, they like that woman. And it could be because men like competition. Men like the chase. So it could be that that's why they like more difficult and challenging women. It could be because they also need something to prove. Like, if I can get this girl who act like she don't want me, then yeah, does something for their ego. It could be. But statistics show that men like to be treated bad. All I'm saying is it's hard out here for the nice girl. It is hard out here for the lover girl who just wants to love on her man and, oh, it's okay, I'll work with you. Men do not want that. And before the men jump in the comments, oh, that's not true. Nice guys finish last too, and da-da-da-da-da, save it. Because let me tell you something. Nice guys finish last only when they don't have no money.
Men do not want the good girl. They don't want the nice girl. They don't want the cool girl. They don't want the woman that gives them a peace of mind. They want women that stress them the fuck out. The woman that keeps them sitting on the edge of their seat. Mysterious, unpredictable, self-centered, has an exciting life, doesn't need him. And that's the reason whenever you see a man that cannot move on from that one woman in his life, that one ex-girlfriend, they will always say, she was the crazy one. They love the crazy ones. Because they trigger their masculine instinct to problem solve, to lead, to stay active in a relationship. The masculine instinct to compete with their own mind to still make that woman theirs. The women that are crazy, unbothered, and have an exciting life on their own, men are so intrigued by because they compete with that woman's happiness. They don't compete with other men. They literally compete with that woman's life satisfaction. It's so intriguing to them because they desperately want that woman's approval since she's so unbothered. The good girl, the woman that gives them a peace of mind, is the placeholder. Sometimes they end up in relationships with them. Sometimes they end up marrying them, only to keep an eye out for the future wife. Because the good girl is convenient. Of course they're gonna say they want the cool girl, the chill girl, just because they know it's not as much work for them. They know with a woman like that, he could start at the pub until 3 a.m., get home drunk, hungover the next day, and she would let him get away with it. With the good girl, he is the center of the marriage. With the good girl, he is the center of attention. He can now come and go as he pleases. He could come home at 3 a.m. after he was spending the whole day at the pub drinking with his guy friends and still gets home to a cooked meal because she loves him so much. But he doesn't stay with the good girl because he loves her so much. He stays with the good girl because it is convenient.
If you are the type of girl that still believe in fairy tales and soulmates, I'm sorry to tell you, baby, you gonna always keep getting played. Wake up! Men love mean women. If you not mean, you gonna get used and abused. You really are. Wake up! I don't know about y'all, but I had my fair share of being a nice girl when I was younger, and I got played. So yeah, I'm gonna drop some gems for you. When I learned my power of detachment, when I learned my power of staying busy, being mean, I got businesses opened up, money, cars, engagement rings, all that. Investment properties and all. They don't like the good girls. They don't. So if you want to continue being nice and asking, babe, did you eat? I miss you. I care about you. Why you didn't call me? Why you didn't text me? Like, I'm worried about you. I want to be with you. Why you don't make me your girlfriend? All them people like that, do stuff like that, they get violated all the time. The ones that they do the most for is the ones that's like, what you said? Oh, you like me? Oh, okay. Oh. I really don't believe in words. I believe in actions. Yeah, I'm busy. Can I call you back? Don't call back. He gonna call back. That's how it is. Sorry to tell y'all. A lot of y'all still don't get it yet. When you say mean does not mean you beat him up, you curse him out, you that's not what mean is. Mean is cold. Mean is detached. Mean is you're simply not really caring about how he feels. You're only caring about how you feel. And so you're not really that emotional towards him. You're just kind of like staying busy doesn't mean, you know what, I'm gonna act like I'm busy, but I'm gonna stalk his social media. I'm gonna go through his stories and I'm gonna stalk him. Yeah, because I'm busy. No, staying busy is going back to school, becoming very educated, reading books, picking up hobbies, learning how to play tennis, learning how to go in places with your friends. You ain't got no friends, making friends, enjoying yourself, learning how to do makeup, doing your hair, shopping. That's staying busy, because when you're busy, you're not even going to notice if he called you, if he didn't call you, if he's playing a game with you. You're not even going to notice because you're not going to care. You're too focused on you. The girlies that get it, they get everything. And the ones who don't understand what I'm saying, y'all get nothing. Y'all get Netflix and chill, 4 for $4 at Wendy's, Applebee's. Y'all get, come outside, let's hang out in the car, I want to get to know you, and they feeling on your thigh, and they saying, yeah, when you gonna come over so I can smash you? They get, oh, you ate today? No, I didn't eat today. Oh, all right, well, I was just checking on you, have a good day. Yeah, stay busy, stay mean, stay detached. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I don't know what else to tell you, baby. I think I made it really clear.
And
Hello and welcome to another video. Please help us to grow subscribing to my channel, giving a like, and sharing this content with anybody else that you think they need it. Stay towards the end because this video is going to be really interesting. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.
Hey girl, so have you ever been scrolling on Facebook and you've seen like one of your girlfriends or someone that you know either getting married or in an exclusive relationship, and you're like, why is she the one that is actually getting in a relationship and not me? She's kind of bitchy. Well, here's the thing. There's also a book called Why Men Marry Bitches, and I want to offer to you that the reason why men like women that are a little bit bitchier, it's not because they're bitchy. Men don't love bitches, just like women don't like assholes. They like women that are very clear about how they want to be treated and are very clear about what they want and what they don't want. Because ultimately, men want to please you. Pleasing you pleases them. But if you don't give them the roadmap, if you're not able to set boundaries, he will not know, and he will feel like he's getting set up for failure. And he will want to step away from that because he knows that he will never actually succeed. So part of the work is not to become a bitch, like some of these books will tell you to do, but to learn how to set boundaries. Because, girl, at the end of the day, even when you're in a relationship with a great guy, you're going to still have to be setting boundaries often. It's part of the work. It's part about being in a relationship.
I don't care what anyone says, but men like mean girls. And I don't mean yelling and disrespecting them, but the women who say their real opinions and aren't afraid. It's really not sexy to be overly nice and so concerned about everyone's feelings. Be confident, have your own life. He should know that you like having him around, but you don't need him.
Why men fall in love when you're mean. I'm going to give you a choice of 2 scenarios, so I need you to pay attention to the very end so you can answer honestly. First choice, you go into a store and you see a $30,000 Chanel bag. The associate comes up to you and says, oh my gosh, this is the Chanel Classic Flap. The one that Beyonce has, the one that Billie Eilish has, the one that Kylie Jenner has. All the most famous celebrities have this bag. It's so beautiful, so amazing. Now, the second Chanel bag that you see is on the street, and I'm selling it to you. And I'm telling you, look, Missy, I want you to know you can get this Chanel bag for the lows. In fact, I'm selling it to you for $30, okay? And I'm telling you, this is quality. Now, tell me, which one would you more likely feel is real? Would you feel like the first bag, the Chanel Classic Flap that's $30,000 sitting in the store is real? Or would you feel like the second bag, which is priced at $30 and is being sold by me on the street, is real? What if both bags were real? See, here's the thing about value expectation. See, you have an expectation of what something will be priced at based on how valuable it will be. But it's the same thing with men in their relationships with you. See, when you're mean to men, you actually fit their value expectation, being that it should be hard to get and convince a woman to want you and desire you if she's a very desirable woman. So subsequently, when you're mean to men and you tell them no the first time, you're not a yes girl. You don't make it super easy or like you're desperate to be with him or it's the first guy who's ever liked you or wanted to take you out on a date. When you're a little bit mean to them in that sense, you actually fit their value expectation. The same way you naturally assume the Chanel bag that's priced at $30,000 in the store is more real and authentic than the $30 bag on the street, even though there's actually a quite possibility that both of them could be real. But perception will have you believing something is more valuable than it actually is, and it's the same thing for men.
Men love mean women. Mean women, very mean women. And when I say mean women, I mean women that are mean to men. Men love them. Because one thing that makes you priceless as a lady is the fact that you are not easy to get. That is every man's pride. If you are easy and accessible to every man, trust me, you are not a high value woman. When any man can call you, chat you up, meet with you, any call, every lounge, everywhere, they keep seeing you with different men. Trust me, you are not a high value woman if you are that woman. Men love mean women that are hard to get because they believe that, okay, if she's this mean to me, if she likes me a bit, it means she's real, she's for real. She doesn't pick calls, but if she pick my own calls, it means she likes me. That is how to be a high value woman. So ladies, when next a man come to ask you out, put him on a very strained pedestal. Make it very strict. In fact, give him rules that, okay, once it's 9 p.m., I don't pick calls because I'll be sleeping. Or, okay, once it's 8 a.m., I'll be in the office working. I won't have time. You can call me from 5 to 7 or 8. Give him rules and abide to those rules. That is when he will respect you. That is when he will know that you are high value. Not that a man will feel that, okay, you're that lady he can call anytime he's bored. And then he will call you to come over and you start rushing to his place. Become a high value woman by being mean to men. Be mean to them. That's what they like. Men don't like a nice woman that is smiling with every man on the street. No, they don't. Put in measures, put in boundaries. That is how to become a high value woman.
All that this statement means is that men love women who have strong boundaries and who are in their feminine energies. A woman who is so grounded in loving and knowing who she is naturally sets high standards and naturally sets boundaries. Men love these type of women. They feel so good around her because they get to be in their masculine energies, pursuing her, honoring her, loving her, and respecting her. A woman who is truly in her feminine energy, the focus of her life is on pursuing her passions, feeling good in her body, and following her heart. She's not spending her time revolving her life around a man. You can see why this is so attractive, and that is why men love these type of women.
Actually, scientifically been proven that men fall in love through a hormone called vasopressin, and women fall in love through oxytocin. And oxytocin is released in a woman when we're having sexual intercourse or we're close with them, cuddling.
Very intimate.
Guess when vasopressin is released for men? When they're stressed. So essentially,
oh my God,
the more you stress your man out, the more he's gonna fall in love with you.
No wonder my man loves me so much.
Guys like it when you're mean to them more than when you're nice to them. Especially when you're starting to date someone and they're not fully interested in you yet. The worst thing you can literally do is like dote over them.
Fall at their feet.
Ever wonder why mean girls always have the best behaved boyfriends? It's not because they're cruel. It's because they're ruthless when it comes to their standards. And it's the same reason why the guys you don't like are obsessed with you and the ones you do like couldn't give a damn about you. Because when you don't like a guy, you're a Judge Judy, sharp, unbothered, unapologetic. But the moment you start to like a guy, you turn into this people-pleasing Polly Pocket. And I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. But that uncertainty that you feel in your chest, that you soothe by overgiving, oversharing, overcompensating, it's infectious, and it makes everyone else uncertain about you as well. You think you're showing him how to love you. You're showing him how to abandon you, because you are not what you say, you are what you do. It is the attitude you have about yourself that another person is going to adopt. Everything will change for you when you love and respect yourself more than your desire to be chosen. The most attractive person in the room is not the one auditioning for everyone's approval. It's the one who's bold enough to be themselves and is comfortable being disliked. That is what actually wins people over. That is what makes you magnetic. It's your certainty, your commitment to your standards, your boundaries without apology. And the most beautiful part of it all is the moment you choose yourself like that, everyone else does too.
And he can only love you if you treat him like shit. He can only love you if you're toxic. And if this makes you mad, good. As a matter of fact, this entire video is gonna make you mad. You're gonna hate what I have to say, but if you can watch until the end, if you can let me explain what I mean by this, I promise you, I will save you years of heartbreak. Years of chasing after a guy and putting in all this effort, hoping he'll love you, only for him to leave you, ghost you, or breadcrumb you. Listen, I get it. You were loving, you were loyal, you put in all this effort, you bent over backwards for him, you loved him in a way that you wish he could love you back. And then what happened? He went after the woman who treated him like shit. He went after the toxic woman. I'm gonna tell you why in this video. It's not because she's better than you. It's not because she's toxic. It's not because men love women who treat them like shit. It's simply because that woman made him feel something. That woman lives the life she wants to live. She is confident, she is unapologetic, she says whatever she wants, whenever she wants. And let me tell you this, men don't fall in love with effort. They fall in love with impact. She created impact in his life. Now listen carefully, I'm not telling you to be toxic. I'm not telling you to treat him like shit, not telling you to manipulate him, and I'm certainly not telling you to play games. What I am telling you is to do two things. Number one is stop over giving your love to men who haven't even earned it yet. Because let me tell you this, love without boundaries isn't love. It's desperation disguised as devotion. And the second thing is, don't stop being that great person, but stop thinking that effort alone is gonna get you there. Take a page out of the book of the toxic woman and learn to live your life unapologetically. Say what you wanna say when you wanna say it, and live life on your own terms. And then if on top of that, you are a good person, perfect woman. Now,
I'm gonna use this whiteboard to explain to you why men fall in love when you're mean. But please pay attention to the very end or else it won't make any sense. Let's say you have a watch here, okay? Then we have watch number 2 here. We'll say this watch is a Rolex. Watch number 1 is just a regular watch. Price of this watch is $20. And the price of this Rolex watch here is $20,000. If I were to ask you which one would you want out of these two watches, which one would you want me to give you? Now I'm gonna ask you again. If I were to tell you you can only have one of these two watches, one being worth $20,000 brand new from the factory, or one watch that has been passed down for generations in your family, which watch would you rather have in your possession? When I added in the sentimental value of the watch being passed down from generation to generation and belonging in your family for this period of time, all of a sudden, the value of this $20 watch increased. And for some of you, depending on how much you love your mother, your grandma, and your great-grandmother, right, this watch value could have increased all the way to an infinite amount of money. And when I say infinite amount of money, I don't mean you can go to the pawn shop and get an infinite money glitch by pawning off that watch. I mean that its own personal value to you has increased because of what that watch means to you. This is a perfect example of why it doesn't matter whether or not you have the biggest dump truck, whether or not you have the biggest, most voluptuous yitties, because Men aren't attaching your value to how big your yiddies are or how big your dump truck is. They're attaching the value of you to the experience they have with you. And the experience they have with you is always going to be affected by how hard or easy it is to get access to you. So, ironically, when you're mean to men, and they have to in turn work harder for you, all of a sudden you're requiring men to put in a lot more sweat equity.
I hate to break it to y'all, but men hate nice girls. They don't like nice girls. They don't do anything for nice girls. They love the bitches. They don't give a fuck. They're like, this is what I want. This is what I like. This is what I need. Okay? And those guys fall for it. They drool over it. It's something that biologically they cannot control. They love when a woman makes it a challenge for them and makes them step up their own game. It increases that testosterone. It makes them want to work harder to win, you know, your affection, your attention. It's just the name of the game. If you're too nice, if you're doting on him too much, you do too much for him, he doesn't like it, he doesn't respect it, and he doesn't love you that much more. He really, really doesn't. It's the girls that do like the least for him that he ends up liking more. And the key thing you have to remember, in order to be mean to men, it's really just about knowing your self-worth and having boundaries that they need to adhere to. And if they don't, bye-bye. Bye-bye. And they know it, okay? If they know that they need to step it up with you and that you have certain things that you expect, they will follow suit. I'm telling you right now, they love it. They will never admit this to you. They will never, ever admit this to you. But the girls that they're always chasing after, the girls that they want to make their girlfriend, are the girls that do not dote all over them. It's the girls that prioritize themselves and their needs first. It's how it always is. Don't hate me. It's just the rules, okay? If you want to learn how to start acting like that type of woman and how to stop being the nice girl, click the plus button because my page is literally full of that, and your entire worldview of how you start dating men will change drastically. It's just how it is. You got to be mean to these men.
Contrast of attracting men. What makes you very attractive, and this is what makes toxic women very attractive, because they're self-absorbed. When you self-care, when you have touch with yourself, when you take time to treat yourself as if you're special, to bring out the softness in you, you are very attractive. This is what the virtuous girl was never taught. Self-care is not part of the curriculum that we prepare our girls for. It's a foreign language. The toxic woman who is self-absorbed, narcissistic, just wants to be pleased every time, has an element of self-attention. That's why they're very attractive. I hope you get that.
Yes.
The woman who has nothing to give, who doesn't care, and she just is self-centered, has a strong pull because she appears to be in touch with herself. She appears to be receptive to attention and love and affection. And men are looking for women who can accept affection, to be treated, who can make him feel good for treating her nice. Toxic women are dangerous. They eventually wear you out. They mislead you in the wrong direction. But I'm just trying to explain to you, why are the chaotic women in our social space today who come from this man to the other one, why do they always have a man?
That's the question. The mystery.
That woman who is so unstable, can talk trash, can pick somebody's husband, ruin, marry, go next. Why does a woman write story in the public space of 20 men when you're struggling to find
one?
Those women are usually operating with a narcissistic self-absorption, which is very attractive, especially to an unawakened man.